All right, well, welcome back to Reflections, everyone, where we talk about all things Church of Christ with the Elijah message. It is good to be back with you. So I've mentioned a few times before, we've talked about a little bit, but the Church of Christ with the Elijah message is a mystical tradition. What we mean by that is that the distance between the physical and the metaphysical is very short. The distance between heaven and earth, the distance between the divine and the temporal is not separated by, a vast chasm. It's very close. God isn't way over there somewhere beyond all things. God is right here with us right now. And we believe that God is invested in your day-to-day life. God is interested in every moment of your life. And all the actions that you do, and all the thoughts that you have, and all the comings and goings of your life. God is with you and invested in and interested in it. And we've been talking about the angel messenger that comes to our church, that brings the messages from heaven. And we collect them in the word of the Lord. And this book of continuing revelation, continuous revelation, is God's closeness to us, God's closeness to you. And even though that the messenger comes to a scribe, we still get to participate in that. When you read the Bible, you get to participate with the prophets, with Jesus, with Paul's missionary journey. When you read the record of the Nephites, you get to participate in the family of Lehi, in the wars and contentions between the Nephites and the Lamanites. You get to partake in the prophecies of Nephi and Lehi and the brother of Jared. And when you read the word of the Lord brought to mankind by an angel, you're participating in the messengers, in the messenger visiting the scribe. Let's look at a few of these. Let's go to message 12. The messenger came to me for the 12th time, Thursday night, July 18th, 1929. He came and went 3 times, remaining each time until I was weak from his presence. Then he would leave for a short time, so I could regain some of my strength. The divine is so much stronger than the human that the presence of the messenger makes a person weak in body. To be in the presence of an angel, to be in the presence of the divine. And the scribes talk about how weak they felt, how powerful that the presence of God, of heavenly things, heavenly beings is. Let's go to message 33. The first verse. Arise and write the message I will give you. He paused as I arose and took a pencil from my clothes by my bedside, then paper from my suitcase from under the bed. In all this, I had the most wonderful, peaceful feeling. We both sat on the bedside facing the east. I had books and papers on the floor nearby. He reached and handed a book to me to rest the paper on while writing. I began to feel very weak in the presence of the divine. I could scarcely keep the tears back. Silently, I prayed for strength, saying, Lord, I'm weak. If I do this, I need help. I asked him to bless me. I found strength and courage, and it seemed much more pleasant to be at the side of this divine being. What an amazing testimony that he reached out for a blessing in this divine moment, that he felt peace and wonder. He felt that weakness and divine presence. Let's go to the message 62. Message 62 in the introduction. The divine made me so weak in body that after part of the message was given, he left me so that I could regain some of my strength. He returned and I felt much stronger. I finished the message as he gave it. And isn't that true of us? How, serving God, so many people have talked about this, and I've heard stories, people who serve God and do missionary work and evangelize, how working for the Lord can be very stressful. It can be very taxing. And some people struggle with feeling depressed sometimes feeling alone, sometimes feeling that they're not doing enough or doing a good enough job. But then they come back to the Lord and they're given the strength. They're given the strength that they're making a difference, that they're changing the world, they're changing a person's life. Let's go to message 95. In the introduction here, the same light, that radiant glow, accompanied him as of other occasions and filled the entire house. My wife, Catherine, was sound asleep and exclaimed in the morning hour that she felt great peace in her body. That's fascinating. Just with the messenger being there, the feeling the glow around her, even though that she wasn't aware of it, gave her such peace. That peace of Christ, that peace which passes all understanding. Let's go to message 102. My paper being before me, I was prepared to write. Should he speak? He began speaking firmly, a strong voice. The power and light was with him. What joy, what peace, what serene ecstasy filled my being. What a wonderful testimony. to be filled with the divine power of God. And it can be yours. You can have this. You can have this encounter, these feelings, being in the presence of God, being in deep prayer, studying the scriptures deeply. You can feel these things. And they're open up to you. Let's go to message 138. The messenger of the Lord, the Elijah, appeared to me in my home in Grand Junction, Colorado, at 3 a.m. on September 26, 2022. He was with me for a little over an hour. The light that accompanied him filled the entire room and filled me with great peace. Although not part of the message, when he placed his hands upon my head, it felt as though I was lifted up, almost from my body, and I could feel the Spirit of the Lord in great abundance. There was a few minutes before I could continue to write as he spoke the message that he had commanded me to write. It's absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful that you can be a part of this, that you can have this too. Right now, you can give your life to Christ. I accept you as my personal Lord and Savior. And I want to read and study and partake of this mysticism that the Church of Christ with the Elijah message offers me. And I want to read the messages, the word of the Lord, and feel that divine power as I read them. To feel that divine power as the scribes have experienced. I want to end with an interesting testimony from one of the scribes' daughter, the scribes William Draves. And she said this. Whenever the angel would come, it would be awesome to see my dad and his joy and countenance. It was almost like he glowed. He didn't glow, of course, but his countenance was so beautiful. If the angel had sat in a chair, we would be eager to sit in that chair. Maybe we would soak up some goodness or a blessing, or just actually sit where John the Baptist sat. That is just amazing to me and so thrilling. And it is amazing and thrilling. My brothers and sisters, it's been wonderful spending this time with you, being with you, talking and reflecting about these interesting things. Until next time, I invite you into the Elijah Message House.